I had just uploaded a video on cross-stitch and landscape design, and another alternative to that, I mean, before you get to the professional level cross-stitch and all the hand stitching and everything, you can combine the different elements we've talked about and slowly work into the cross-stitch. If you do cross-stitch, you're going to need graph paper and colored pencils, so you can map out your main elements, the ones that you're going to use over and over again, like a tree or a certain plant or whatever, a deck. You could a sidewalk, a gravel path, a bird bath area. You can do that on graph paper and then just do it in stitching afterward. But before you get to that point, this is burlap. Now, burlap is also an even weave fabric, much less expensive than cross-stitch fabric. It'll break down very easily. It's like the brown paper bag of fabric. But this is my Sagamore Rotary design that I've put my black circle on for the road, and the center area is a garden, so I'm using light brown burlap on this particular one. And if you're going to use different textiles and fabrics, you will need a full-size machine. Now, I have a circle cut out of a brown paper bag that is my template for this size circles. And what you want to do with burlap, wherever you use it, is go around it. This is cross-stitch fabric, but you want to go around it twice with a zigzag so that it's not going to fray. In fact, this is a cross-stitch piece. It says service dog, and I'm putting Velcro on the back of these, and I'm going to go in and cross-stitch the letters in blue. I just happen to block print them because it's easier to do it that way instead of counting. But this is the 237 and burlap, and I did not cut the center out of the black circle, so this is layering fabric. And I have the 237 set on the center needle, second from the bottom, second from the narrowest zigzag stitch, and I have it in the fine area, which should be, it's at the bottom of the fine area, which is around 20 stitches per inch. And you need it like that in order to catch all the threads of burlap, or the whole thing will more or less fall apart on you. I hope my machine sounds better today. I moved it to a different table so it's not shaking. So what I will do is continue with this and go around it twice, but you can see right there that zigzag is going to hold that in place. And now, if you do have a full-size machine like the 237, if I wanted to cut out other colors of burlap in circles to do like a circular garden, I can use the same method and put them down if they're going to be permanent elements. So this is another fabric. Now, if I wanted to cross-stitch, because it's an even weave fabric, I can cross-stitch things if I want to put a tree in the middle. I can cross-stitch a tree right on this if I know there's always going to be a tree in the middle. So burlap is an inexpensive alternative before you get into the more expensive cross-stitch fabrics, graph paper, colored pencils to draw out your design elements.